Hey guys, I present to you my new series I'm calling Social Media Silliness. When I see something on social media that's just ridiculous, we're going to talk about it. Now, I'm only covering things that are in my lane. For example, if someone claims that Tylenol causes autism, I'm not a doctor. I don't study that for a living. I have no idea, okay? I'll leave that to the experts. But when people start talking about home ownership, mortgages, interest rates, those sort of things, that's my lane. So, here's what we're talking about today.
Say what?
Okay, I've been seeing this social media post or some variation of it for the past week or more. People getting all excited up in a frenzy that Fannie Mae announced they're going to be removing their 620 credit score. So let's talk about what that means. Fannie Mae has what's called an automated underwriting system. We punch data through, it kicks back potentially pre-approved or not, okay? Historically, if the borrower's below 620, you couldn't even run it through. Now they've removed that. Does it mean that they're going to automatically approve every single person that goes through under a 620 credit score? Absolutely not. That is not what it means, okay? Conceptually, here's what it means, what it doesn't mean, and why, at the end of the day, like most things on the internet, this is really much ado about nothing. So conventional likes either a large down payment or a large credit score, okay? So if you hear saying, you could do conventional as little as 3% down, well, yeah, if you have a credit score that's good, let's say over 700, it's very rare you're gonna have a 620 or a 640 or even a 660 credit score and still get approved on a conventional 3% down. You might have to go 5, 10, or 15, right? You might have to increase the down payment to compensate for your low credit score, right? Generally speaking, when you're in the lower 600s, you're most likely an FHA buyer because they're more flexible. So what Fannie Mae is saying now is, okay, we'll entertain scores below 620. But I think we all know if you have a tiny down payment and you're just trying to limp in with 3% down, that ain't going to work, right? We're talking 25, 30, 40% down to compensate for that low credit score. Now, it is worth noting that Freddie Mac, which is like the twin sister to Fannie Mae, has removed their 620 minimum a while back. So technically this has been available as a conventional loan under Freddie Mac instead of Fannie Mae. And I won't get into the specifics between Fannie and Freddie. They're almost identical. Okay, so in summary, is Fannie Mae going to start giving homes and loans to folks with 500 credit scores regardless of any other factor? No. That rare instance where someone has a score in the 500s and they also have 20, 30, 40% down, then maybe they could go conventional instead of FHA. And then then at that point they would not have mortgage insurance, right? Because with FHA, you always have it. So maybe they're saving $100, $200 a month in mortgage insurance by avoiding FHA. But again, their rate's going to be really high. They're going to be paying a lot of points because their score is below 620. So that's a very rare sliver of society. Most folks that I talk to in the 500s don't have also savings enough for a 30% down payment, as an example. So it's pretty rare those planets align. But for those folks, maybe this might help them. So keep the social media posts coming, right? If you guys see something talking about mortgages or home ownership or interest rate and you want to tag me in it, I'd appreciate that. I'd love to review it, give a quick breakdown on how it actually works behind the scenes, what we're seeing here in the trenches. But don't get overly excited about social media posts. A lot of it's just smoke and mirrors. So let me know how I can help out there. Looking forward to chatting soon. Cheers.